Welcome to another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down with Jenks quarterback Stephen Kittleman. He's wearing number 9, so you know he's QB1. So let's start right there. Last year, your first season starting at quarterback. Obviously, the last couple of guys who were in that spot have been very successful. Cooper Nunley, Ian Corwin. What was it like for you, stepping into that role last season? Obviously, big shoes to fill, but at the same time, you can't really think about that. You have to be able to get the job done. What was it like for you, especially early on?
Yeah, like you said, big shoes to fill. The people in front of me were very talented, but Ian was in front of me and he taught me a lot, and so that was good for me. Going into my first year, I was a little nervous. It's always been a dream of mine to be the Jenks starting quarterback, but all my teammates helped me through it and got all the nerves out. So yeah, it was a great experience for me, and I'm excited for another year.
Let's talk about that tradition, wearing the number 9. And obviously, you look back at some of the best quarterbacks in Jenks history, and they're all wearing that number. How special is that for you? You mentioned always wanting to be that guy. And last year you got that opportunity. You get another opportunity this year to wear that number, be that guy. How special of a moment is it for you?
It's very special. Such rich tradition in that number. Guys like Mark Ginther, Sawyer Cole-Morgan, Cooper Nunley. It's just a real honor to be able to wear it and to be able to kind of be that guy for your teammates.
So let's talk about last season. You started 1-3. You went down to Texas, you beat the brakes off of them, and then all of a sudden 3 straight losses, and people were wondering, what's going on? Then you guys right the ship, and you right the ship immediately. You go on, close loss to Santa Fe for the district title, but you still make it to the state championship game. What was the biggest difference in the first half of the season and the last half? Because you guys turned it around, and again, nobody really remembers that 1-3 start because you guys made it to the championship game.
Yeah, it was a rude awakening for us, that's for sure. Coming into the year, we thought we were just going to be like every other Jenks team and kind of just make our way to the state championship easily, and it didn't come like that. And I think what's so good about Jenks is we have a culture that through the year you get better. And, those first 4 games were tough on us, and we really had to come together as a unit, find out what was wrong, and fix it. And as you can see, we did that, and it helps us a ton.
You guys have a lot coming back this year, and with the off season that we just had, and look, things are starting to get back into the normalcy. You guys are able to start working out together, things like that. But you didn't have spring ball, you didn't have team camps, school was shut down for a couple of months. How much does it help having all these guys returning and knowing what to expect, as opposed to having some new starters in some important places?
Yeah, it's tremendous to be able to have so many guys return, and just from a leadership standpoint, I guess you could say. We have a lot of guys that have tons of experience in off season, and they've been great help during workouts. We just started those, and just kind of being able to communicate with the younger guys and give them that kind of point of view that everything's gonna be fine. We'll get it together. So just leading those guys and being the mentors to them, I guess you could say.
Double-digit starters return, and so you guys remember what happened in the championship game last year. How much do you use that as motivation to not only get back, but to win the whole thing this year? How much do you remind guys of the close loss to Owasso to make it back to use it as motivation during this offseason?
Yeah, I think it's all kind of in the back of our minds. We don't talk about it much just because there's not very good memories for it. But I think we're all thinking about it all the time. We definitely let it fuel us. But I think not only that game, but the game against Bixby, we kind of get blown out, and that's not normal at all. And then we lose 3 other games. So I think we're kind of using that whole season as a learning point, and just, like I said, fuel to make us work harder.
Now, going into this year, at a program like Jenks, the expectation every season is to compete for and win a state championship. What has to be different this year, other than, look, you guys have talent coming back, you have starters, you have experience coming back, but what has to be different week in and week out for you guys to, erase the memory of last year and win the whole thing this season?
I think our focus every single week, we got to come into practice with the same mindset. We can't take any week off. We got to always make sure that the end goal is the same between everyone. And I think our work ethic will be there. I think it's just our little attention to details that makes us great. So if we can focus on that and work hard, I think we'll have a good shot.
Well, Stephen, it was a great season last year. Like I said, that second half of the year completely different as you guys turned it around. And I'm excited about what Jenks can do this year with all the guys you have coming back. I think that what Owasso did last season coming off of 2018 is exactly what Jenks could do this year coming off of last season. So I'm excited to see what you guys can do. Great start to your career. Looking forward to 2020, and good luck to you and the Trojans.
Awesome. Thank you.
He's Stephen Kittleman. I'm Michael Knight. This has been another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days.